in the areas of tooling, molds and dies making. Tool, dies and molds are considered the mother of all manufacturing. Every industry needs this tooling. Our core value lies not only in delivering a high quality tooling solution for Bumiputra TDM industry players, but also in partnering with our beneficiary companies to streamline and strengthen their production operation. Under this technology intervention, NPT provides end-to-end support in the designs and engineering, soft tools, molds and dies. The reason I said Bumiputra TDM because NPT is a special purpose vehicle mandated by the government to focus on Bumiputra TDM only. So our project are limited to Bumiputra participation program. When the nation decided to embark on this gigantic project, automotive industry, at that particular times we rely a lot on import of technology from Japan. So we bring in dies and molds and even tooling from Japan. The local capabilities for tooling in Proton at that particular time was only 5%. Tooling is so important because in any new developmental work, for instance, you want to embark on a new model of new cars, the total developmental cost is so huge. You started with styling. That's where the designer comes in. After you got the design right, then you're putting all your engineers together to make a prototype. Then you put it to test. And then you do all the minor changes and upgrade before you actually go into manufacturing. When you want to go for mass manufacturing, that's where you have all this hard tooling. You need to have all these dies and molds and all the tools. And this TDM make up nearly 40% of that total developmental cost. So just imagine, you want to make new cars, 40% of that developmental cost basically coming from TDM. In any tooling, it's all started with software design. That's why this is a highly sought after skill. Cars are subject to all kind of environmental stress, load stress, and people who do design, they will be able to apply those principles into the design. So that's number one. And then this is for hard tooling, meaning that we provide them the software, we provide them the machine tool, we support them. So like CNC lathe, CNC milling. CNC is a computer numerical control. Basically, this machine controlled by computer, through programming, and they make all these small and dies, using this precision machining. We also help them basically buat soft tooling. See, dalam industry TDM ni, hard tooling refers to tooling you use for mass production, but soft tooling is normally you use for prototyping for few models. This is where rapid prototyping come in, 3D printers come in. You make normally in a small scale, but a very cost-effective way. But you don't produce through this 3D printing large volumes of or even parts or cars. This soft tooling help manufacturers to do models and then prototype subject to various testing before they make actual hard tooling. Our role here to elevate them until they achieve this international standard in terms of management system. By having this standard, basically you have improved your product, you achieve global recognition through all this certification and also their facilities, their technology. It's all started with design. I need to design a proper metal die to make this. First in design. So the design, we provided the software. And the software, you can also do some analysis, you can do simulation, make sure that the thickness is correct. When it falls, it doesn't break. In all this angle ni betul semua. That's why the analysis. After you've done analysis, you transfer your design into manufacturing. This is what I call it CAM, computer aided manufacturing. So the CAM, you're giving instruction to the CNC machine. This CNC machine basically to cut out material to make whatever dies or mold. Currently, a lot of this electrification of vehicles or EV grows lah. At the initial stage, of course, they're bringing as a completely built unit. The second stage will be like you bring in CKD, and then you do the assembly here. You have a proper plant. That's what's happening. And the third stage is to bring in local content. And I think eventually you have to localize certain parts and components. So when the moment you want to start localizations and parts and components, that's where the engineering, the 2D and TDM come into place. As simple as any metal parts, you need to have a manufacturing facility. Similarly, in EV, for instance, there are changing all the compartment that carries all the battery, and normally is also made of plastic or those not really metal, composite materials. So you can look at that. When the people move from internal combustion engine, the petrol engine to EV, there's also a lot of new areas to venture. People talk about digitalization. in Industry 4.0, smart manufacturing. This is also another area that an opportunity to do some great transformation dalam tooling. We have a good understandings of how, especially on standards and regulations and whatnot, our people, not only NPT but SIRIM per se, we have a good understanding. If you want to move from local market to overseas, because this is where the opportunities are, you have to embark on this kind of standards, understanding individual countries' requirement, regulation. Because tooling, I say, tooling is the fundamental, is the mother of all manufacturing. Either you are automotive, either you are aerospace, E&E, F&B, tooling is the basic thing. Without tooling, you cannot make products cheap. Advanced simulation dan juga digital twin technology. Nowadays, the software capabilities allow you, before you even make the product, machine the product, you can do a lot of things online. This is what we call it digital twin. You have a product dalam bentuk digital form, and then you are subject to various conditions where you test dia punya durability ataupun dia punya possible premature failure ke apa ke. This can be done through software. This is what I call it simulation ataupun kita kata digital twin technology. So dalam this virtual world, you can test the tool design before physically manufacturing the thing. And this is where you can help you to predict possible tool failure ataupun tool performance. By doing so, basically you can enhance dia punya tool life dan juga optimization. That's number one. Number two, I did mention about this additive manufacturing, 3D printing. 3D printing, especially metal additive manufacturing. This is important. Just imagine you can make hard tooling pakai 3D printing technology.